Hey everyone, I'm back, and if you don't know, I'm an ENFP, and here's my friend. What's your name?
I
My
don't know
friend?
who I am.
Okay, he's an INTP, and we've been friends now for two and okay, we've been friends now for 2.5 years, and we want to do like an impromptu video, like where we talk about something because we're now like stranded in time. Okay, like we don't know where to go, so we're sitting in a park and people are looking around us, and his inferior FE is going nuts, looking like, oh, people are looking. By the way, he doesn't really like
I
he's
don't
not,
like being on display.
yeah, and I kind of forcing him to doing this video, and he doesn't know much of MBTI, and he's not that interested, to be honest.
That's true.
But we like to talk about like behavior stuff and like how humans behave in certain situations. So for this video, I wanted to like discuss how like me and him, each one of us, how like each one of us deals with severe or like big emotions or like deep emotions or whatever. So since you are a thinker, you are stereotypically someone who doesn't really get emotion, someone who doesn't really know how to treat someone who has like deeper emotions. But I'm an ENFP and I have like so very deep emotions, and he like honestly takes great care of me when I'm collapsing. So yeah, I feel like stereotypes are not always correct. So yeah, I wanna ask you now, how if you were faced like with a person who is like like in the middle of a breakdown, like he's collapsed, he's like crying, he's like doesn't know what to do, like just a meltdown of person. How do you
I'm about to melt down.
I know. Okay.
Mostly try to comfort him and make him calm down. Maybe is first thing to do, because he is kind of confused when he's breaking down by why this thing happened, and things should have gone better. I should have done something better. But the first thing you need to do is to calm him down, because that's really is the only way to make him see or understand that the things that happened were out of his control, and he really did his best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's I think that's the way to go for me.
So okay, so you try to rationalize like the emotions and try to rationalize the situations for him to see like a clearer version of what his emotions are showing him. Like his emotions are blinding him. So, and like, do you feel like you relate to the person, or try to relate what the person's going through to what you go through, or like you treat him as an individual case?
No,
SE.
mostly no, I don't relate, because the moment you relate, you're maybe going to melt down as well.
Oh, so okay, so that led us to another question. Do you feel like you have like deeper emotions of some sort? Like you hide certain emotions?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
Most of my emotions are not in or like out, but also not hidden. They are available when you ask for them.
Okay. And okay, so for me, if I'm confronted with a melting person, like during the meltdown, I try to listen to what he has to say, listen to like his emotions, like the weird ones especially. Like I try to let him talk about the weird stuff, like as much as possible, and make him feel like these emotions are okay even if they aren't solvable. like you're fine the way you are. You don't have to be happier now. Like I try to make him feel accepted in the moment, like in the heat of the like collapse. So yeah, sometimes I overly give advice after like I have calmed down the person in my way, and yeah, that can kind of overwhelm the person. But like it's just that since I'm a very emotional person and I have experienced very emotional shitty stuff, I feel like I'm like, you know, in the proper shoes to talk about deep shit. And like yeah, I feel like I can relate to what the other person is feeling and like, you know, match it with something that I have felt in the past, and then like come up with a solution that suits him, like his individual person. So yeah, that's me. Okay, so another question, since we're like talking about feelings, let's talk about thoughts, and let's talk about thoughts with a long O. Let's talk about
Thoughts with a G and H.
yeah,
And you.
yeah, and you. um, how do you, for example, if you are met with, okay, we're at work, okay, we work together, by the way. We're at work, and like our boss hands us like this big ass project that you should do, and like the steps to do this project. Do you what's your process like in like doing or like accomplishing this project?
The first thing to do is to try to divide the project and into something that you're skilled at. Try to make use of your skill, like make the most out of your skill during this project, because every project can be divided into smaller and smaller problems, and then you tackle them one by one, and then you rearrange them in a way that comes up with this project.
So you kind of take what the person has, like the instructions of our boss, and you kind of like take them as a point of view and try to make your own, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way, like, to make use of all of your mental and you know, your capacity to work, to do something.
So okay, so like you put on quality of like doing the thing, you know, maybe higher than the quantity of doing stuff.
Yep.
So that's why you prioritize this. And okay, so that's one thing. Another question: do you believe people easily, or are you like?
No, I don't. In fact, I hardly buy anything that people try to sell me, like emotional selling.
Yeah.
I hardly, even if I like believe him, I still can still be suspicious.
Like you're still looking for an interior motive.
Yep. I act like I buy it, but I actually don't.
Okay. So you like cut through bullshit and manipulation.
Yep.
You feel like that.
I think that the thing that helps me the most is that I'm suspicious. Like I don't buy things easily that people try to sell me. Like why are you doing this? What's this? Like, trying to question it. Like every time I feel like there's a chance of this being something manipulative, something evil.
Yeah. Okay, so another question. Have you ever manipulated, or do you manipulate like to a certain extent?
I only manipulate like to do things like a surprise maybe, or like something good in nature, but the only way to do it like as a surprise is to manipulate. Like maybe you wanted to have a birthday party for a friend. So you manipulate him to go and to like be out the most of the time, so you can prepare for the party well and make it a good party. Yeah, that's the only manipulation.
So you have the skill of manipulation.
I have the skill, but no, I don't use it in evil stuff.
So how do you manipulate? Because everyone can manipulate, like some manipulate thoughts, some manipulate feelings. So what's your favorite manipulation weapon of?
No, I don't manipulate emotions. No, that's not. Even if it was a surprise, no. But manipulation requires a vast knowledge of the person. Like, what is he like? What does he like? What does he do on certain times of the day? So you can manipulate him.
So you
Maybe try stalling some of the stuff he's doing, or maybe try to block them.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't manipulate him like him, but
yeah, you
maybe
manipulate his situation.
the circumstances that he's in.
Yeah. For me, manipulation is like I manipulate a lot, by the way, and I'm just starting to realize how much I manipulate. But I never manipulate emotions. That's like something that I like swear by, that I never ever manipulated anyone emotionally. Like unless it's for their own sake. Like for now, you're a mess. If you're not manipulated into getting up or like doing something, you're gonna be like done for. Like I have like few instances of that, but I've never ever manipulated anyone emotionally. But I have like decent amount of times manipulated people like thoughtfully. So for example, if we have a project, and I say project a lot because we work together and we're teammates in college, like in the group, or like we've been together for 2 years.
Our friendship started as a project.
And it evolved into this beautiful blossoming friendship. So I for example, if I'm jealous of, like I'm gonna steer away from the like project shit. If I'm jealous of like a person who's spending time with another person, I would start to make up reasons for this person, like the one that I'm jealous for, not to be with that person, like logical reasons. For example, you can't work with him, like for example, it's like the work environment is too like unstable, or like the pay, yeah. So I try to plant these ideas for my own emotional benefit, and it's like I hate this. I'm not saying this as like woohoo, I know how to manipulate. No, it's like something that I do if I'm emotionally broken.
Like you did with Bilal today.
No, I haven't. And he could see the video, so shut the fuck up. No, I haven't. Okay, another question. Are you afraid of the past?
Like in what way?
Like
It might ruin like your present relationships with people if they knew who you were or what you did.
that's another question, but like I want like you inspired me to ask me another question. But for example, like me, sometimes I get like on the 23rd of May 2013, I had a traumatic experience for over a week, and each year, once that date comes, I'm reminded by how much pain I felt, so I'm afraid to feel that pain again. So, do you feel like the past holds you back in some ways?
I like on some occasions, like I really focus. I have this really good memory of remembering like how the weather was when this thing happened, or what sounds I heard, or what I see, where this thing taken place when it happened in the past. So sometimes, like, yeah, if something is sad and like I feel like the weather is like the weather when it happened back then, yeah, it gets me, but I learned how to steer clear of that.
So like familiar environments trigger familiar trigger
Memories.
the memories of the memories that are attached to it.
Yeah.
So that's SI, introverted sensing. You don't know about that, but yeah, he's an INTP and he has SI. And do you find it hard to focus?
There is a cat.
Yeah, so there's your answer. Yeah, so you find it hard to focus. Like right now, are you fully focused on the video, or have you like had a million thoughts that are aside of this video?
No, I had probably more than a million.
Yeah, that's extroverted intuition. Woohoo, ideas. And you don't know about that either, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna say like to conclude this video, I'm an ENFP and most of my life has been with SJs, and they're like the shadow version of NPs. Like you and I are NPs, okay? And the shadow version of them are SJs. And SJs are like, you know, most of our friends are SJs. Khalid, Bilal, Ra'id, Ammar, they are SJs. And so SJs can be kind of close-minded since they are judges and they are like, you know, they like to control their environment and they hold very tightly to tradition and to past experiences. And I don't have that much intuitive friends. I actually only have you. I only like have 4, including you. And like you're the closest one of them. So like I see a lot of myself in him in like, you know, humor and like we like pick up and like we pick up on like the same, you know, weird shit. And like we, for example, if something happened, both of us would like look at the specific, like, sometimes the specific thing that like the humor of the thing, like we share the same humor. And we're mostly goofy and like easygoing most of the time. And like when we're working together on anything, or like we're talking to a person or whatever, we bounce off of each other. I can like feel most of that. So I can relate to him in how he like views the world and how he's open with the world and how he's curious about the world. And at the same time, like he has this baby traditionalist inside of him that like holds information, remembers data, like, you know, holds past relationships close. And like, you know, I relate to how you view the world, but sometimes I feel like I feel like I like
يا
you.
مرنا معلم
الله يعطيك.
الله يرزقك.
الله يعطيك.
طيب شلون حاطط الجوال هيك وانت قاعد عم تسوي عم تحكي اذان هيك؟
الله يعطيك يا حبيبي.
عبا خلي.
طيب. Okay. So this is
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
paper.
Yes, yes, yes.
تفضل.
Yes.
Yeah. سلام عليك.
الله يسلمك.
So there's some live charity, and
You should edit that out.
yeah, sure. But I don't have any editing software, so I'm probably just gonna leave it.
Video trimmer.
I'm Syrian, by the way, so the language that I spoke now is Arabic, because most of the people who see this are, you know,
Really?
yeah,
Mr. Worldwide.
yeah. So, and like sometimes, like he can surprise me with how much logic he can put into stuff. Like we have a situation now in like our college and like our work and how they can like go together, and like he surprised me with a simple solution that I wouldn't have thought about in like weeks. So yeah, your thinking pattern actually inspire me sometimes, so I can be more mindful of my thoughts rather than just spit them out and like, you know, let others sometimes manipulate me through them. So that's how I relate to you. And how do you relate to me?
I don't know. Wanna go home?
So yeah, we passed the 19 minutes mark, so he's like,
Wow, that's a lot of talk.
yeah, and you didn't want to make the video. Like that's a lot of talk for an introvert.
Yeah.
Bravo. Okay, so do you want to say anything to wrap up this video?
The only reason I'm stroking my beard is because I'm anxious.
Yeah, I
God.
I recognize that. Yeah, cat. There are a lot of cats, by the way.
God.
Cat, okay. Okay, bye, subscribe.